Man, what is going on with this YouTube, man? Come on, YouTube. You're better than that. I'm sorry about that, guys. If you guys are tuning in, I am not sure why it keeps getting disconnected. To be honest. Hey, Robert. I'm not sure what's going on with this stuff. I really don't know. There's no copyright infringement, nothing like that. So I'm not sure why it's getting disconnected. I don't know if it's on my end, but I can tell you everything looks like it's working fine on my end. So I'm not sure what's going on here with these guys. It's just such a shame. I will say, I think the trolls finally learn how to report the channel. Yeah, and there is no way for me to contact YouTube directly. And, I waited about an hour and a half yesterday trying to talk to tech support and, about the policy or whatever. Good morning, Brian. And you know what? I just got tired of waiting, so I just hung up. But I keep updating my messages and all this stuff over here, and I don't have any infringements at all. As a matter of fact, let's see. There's one thing in here. Let me see if I can share this with you guys so you guys can see it. Let me see if I can share this. Let me see here real quick. Hold on. I'm trying to make it bigger for you guys so that you can see. Is that good right there? You see that right there? So they said that that I was copyrighted or whatever, right? But you see how I appealed it, and that's what it says. It doesn't violate. See, thank you for your appeal. We determined that your content, Dennis is live, disregard for the law, doesn't violate community guidelines. Your content is now live, and any related strikes have been removed. I don't have anything else popping in for me here that tells me that I'm not complying with anything. So I really don't know what's going on, honestly. I don't know if these people are just angry at me for some reason. um, I will say there is a couple of other YouTubers or content creators like that do shows like this. They're actually very very explicit. We kind of have the same. I guess we believe in the same common sense or whatnot, but they're also blocked and their growth has slowed down huge, from where we're going. Now they've been around before me, a long time before me, but nonetheless, it's they were getting a lot of views and all this other stuff, and the channel was growing fairly fast. And I don't know if they're starting to do this whole, freedom of speech, whatever the thing they were doing before. If they're actually blocking us and whatever. But yeah, it is what it is, guys. So we'll see if we can get a few more people on here. We got, first of all, let's see if we can stay live. You know, hopefully YouTube doesn't kick us because I do have some things that I want to share with you and just kind of articles that I want to read to you. They really should be okay to talk about. Okay, and there should be no infriction of anything on there. Good morning, Berniel. Man, man, this YouTube, bro. They keep canceling my live stream. I don't know what's going on. But today we're gonna go ahead and I want to give everybody a chance to see the same information the way that I do, and just to see how I interpret what I read. And if people disagree with me, that's okay. You know, it's all right. It's not a big deal. Good morning, Ozzy. Good to see you, bud. My man back in the house. It's good to see blue and greens in the morning. I tell you that right now. It's good to see that members are getting on. Uh, I found yesterday that I have a lot of subscribers that really don't like me. I am surprised they are subscribers. They probably just come in here just to hate on us. Good morning, Joshua. Good morning. Maritza, good morning. I don't. Okay, well, it's misinforming people. I think that a lot of people that don't like to hear the truth, or at least the way that I see the truth, um, kind of can't believe. They think that I'm a lazy guy, but they don't really know me. I'm actually a very hardworking person. Sometimes I think I work too much, and sometimes I neglect my family because I work too much. That's actually a problem. As much as I love my children and my wife, I am very blessed to have my family, to be honest. And the one thing that I always tell my wife is like, babe, please, please love me more. Because I said, when I get so busy with things, I need you to love me more. And what I mean by that, and I tell her, it's I don't want you to be upset at me because I'm working too much. I don't want you to be thinking that I don't love you or need you at all. And in the contrary, I need you even more. And I said, and when we do run for governor here in Washington, I'm going to need you a lot more because I'm probably going to be spending a lot less time with the family. It is a sacrifice, and we have to do what we have to do. It's a sacrifice that I'm more than willing to make, because as my mother always told me, we can complain about this and we can complain about that when it comes to the government, but if you really want to make a change, you have to run for office. You have to get involved. And for the longest time, uh, we were raised to say, I want to be able to make a difference in my country, and I'm going to go ahead and focus on this. And I'm looking at all these people that are I don't want to be like into politics, but I feel like the world has shut me down for so long that I have to talk about politics. Everything in life has to do with politics. Whether I like it or not is irrelevant. And so, what we're doing, we're trying to do the best that we can, uh, to our best of our knowledge. And I think that everything that I say, I believe is the best for this country. Okay. I will never put foreigners before actual citizens of this nation. Never. To me, that is a betrayal to the American people. I think it should be unconstitutional that I would put foreigners above and first off American citizens. That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't comply, in my brain. So, with that being said, salud, my friends. Stay thirsty. Coffee is life. Even if it's yuck coffee, like Robert says, because it's instant coffee, I will eventually have an actual studio office instead of like half of my bedroom here. and I will actually have a nice coffee maker. Maybe, guys, just maybe, I will have an actual espresso. Like if I can use everything that I have here, I can have a espresso machine over there with some little snacks. I can actually have people come in and then they can collaborate right here and make an actual studio. Right now it's a studio slash bedroom. And then my mobile studio is my car, as you guys know. I'm a very simple man. I don't pretend to make all these billions of dollars. Obviously not, right? But I do believe in what I do, and that's why I got to keep going, all right? So, Marisa, if you think I'm misinforming you, I apologize about that. Not for misinforming you, but because you think you're being misinformed. And you're okay. You're entitled to your opinion. The Zen Master says, we come back to let people know when you are spreading dangerous misinformation, says the Zen Master. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. Bernier, thank you for the for the super chat. Oh, okay. Let me check. It should be good, hopefully. Damn, bro. Holy crap, bro. Bernier, thanks, man. That's a huge blessing, bro. Yeah, that's a huge blessing. That is a very happy Thanksgiving gift. I appreciate you. Uh, you actually catch me off guard. I don't know what to say to that gift. Um, Thank you, man. I appreciate you. I'm sure my wife is going to be very happy to see that. Thank you so much, Bernier. You are the man, my friend. And let's see. Oh, you almost took the stream, boss. Let me see what else we got here. Richard says, you mean all your BS. Yeah, you can see it that way. It's okay. I'm sure that a lot of information that you give me, I see it the same way. Unfortunately, the only way that things work is that you can have your opinion and your truth. And here's the thing that I want you to think about. Everything that I say on here, everything that I do on here, I want you to know something. If I am wrong about it, because right now I'm 100% on President Trump's side. It doesn't matter how foggy or uncertain things look. I'm 100% on his side. Okay? If he happens to be guilty of an actual crime and it gets proven in court, justice must be served. Just so you know. So I want you to keep this in mind. Whatever truth you think you know, whatever facts you think you have, just know this. You are responsible for either the greatness of this country or the downfall of this country. Take it as you will. So there you go. Let's see. My man says, no misinformation here, just info that you libtard ass doesn't like. Guys, be nice, but don't stop. Ozzy says to the Zen Master, what dangerous misinformation is Dennis spreading? And the Zen says, as opposed to the other news that makes me feel warm and squishy, all new is bad, but the truth must be important. It is, and that's why we say it. We think that we are telling the truth. Let's see. Maritza says, the way you interpret information is wrong. You misinform your audience. Interesting. How do you know that, Maritza? How do you know that the way that I interpret news is wrong? Just because I have an objective point of view to those things? How do you know that you're not wrong? You see what I'm saying? Like, truth is objectively sometimes, I think. Because you can believe that your truth is the absolute truth, but is it really the truth? I think that I speak the truth. As a matter of fact, I don't think. I believe and I feel that I speak the truth. Now, my truth could be wrong. Maybe I misquote a date. Maybe I missaid a name. Maybe I misspoke of something that happened, but actually didn't happen. Maybe that is also true. But I try to do my research before I actually make up my mind on things. And I have been known to change my mind quite a few times, believe it or not. So I'm not going to tell you that my word is written in stone and nothing can change it. No. What we do is we grab information and then we interpret it with common sense and we go with what makes sense. And if it doesn't make sense, then we don't go with it. It's as simple as that. Let's see. They hate America and anything American. And I see that a lot. I see that a lot. Marisa said, oh, my God, did you say you want to run for governor? What's wrong with that? Aaron says, if I lived in Washington, you'd have my vote. You know what's funny? Well, it's not funny, but you know what's crazy is that I woke up this morning and I was thinking about it, and I was just like, there is about 100,000 people that left Idaho. Idaho is the state right next to us, just so you know. And they left they went to Washington, Oregon, California, Arizona. And then I was just like, okay, well, so people are leaving because they're not happy with their government. That's going to make it a lot harder to be able to get a vote to change the government that we have. And so for some reason, I thought that it would be a good idea to invite people to come back to Washington State and to ask Americans to please move to Washington State just so that they can vote. And hopefully we can make a difference. And if we don't, what can I promise you? I can't promise you anything. But if we get actual Americans that love their country, it doesn't matter what state you're from, I think that we can truly make America great again. Ozzy says the trolls are saying you're spreading misinformation but can't name the misinformation. Let's see. Timothy says politics have nothing to do with homesteading. Everything has to do with politics. Politics have to do with relationships and everything else. It just is. I try to think that way. I try to think that politics is not for everything, right? But it does. Like if local taxes, like here in Washington State, maybe in your state you guys don't experience this, but we keep getting our taxes raised for every little NGO the government can think of. And they don't think we're going to invite corporations to move in so that we can make more money, more taxes, more employment, and then we can go ahead and make this NGO that we want to use. They're thieves. But let's say that's the way you want to go, NGO. Okay, stop oppressing the people with your taxes. That is not why we are here. See, you think, for me, the American dream is for Americans. It's not for the world. The American dream is for Americans. Now, you are not in this state so that you can be, what's the word? Unsuccessful. You want to be in this country so that you can be successful, so you don't have to be living paycheck to paycheck. You got to be able to have a business and boom, and make more money. And make more money. And maybe you can get a house that you want. Maybe you get the car that you want. See, that's capitalism to me. You should be able to get rewarded as hard as you work. And the harder you work, the more you should be rewarded. It is that simple. Very easy to understand. But for some reason, people think, just having these four walls in my house, that's enough. And then when the money goes out, then what? Then poverty strikes. And then you become a third world country. We don't want that. So the government that we have, it's not helping you be successful. It's not helping you to achieve higher grounds. It's keeping you down here. And they give you welfare to keep you down here. In the meantime, they are making the wealth for themselves. See, that's the problem that I have. So is that misinformation? No. Is it misinformation that we're paying over $1 in taxes for 1 gallon of gasoline? When they say the tariffs has raised prices, why do I not believe that? Because I see the taxes being raised locally. A lot of people don't look at the government's website. A lot of people don't know that all these bills that they are passing in the House, it's increasing our taxes. You think 0.9% is no big deal. 0.9, no big deal. It's just a small tax. No, it's a huge tax. Because that causes products, that causes rent, that causes everything to move up that percentage. And, let me tell you what happens. And I'm going to try to give you the most simple example, and hopefully this makes sense to you. When I was working as a leasing agent, one of the things that we had to do is we have to check the competition, right? Other apartments around us. Now, we had a 1, 2, and a 3-bedroom available in the community that I worked on. Now, I went and worked on different communities in different cities throughout Washington. It's coverage, and that's one of the things that I learned, that every city has different taxes and every city has different things that benefit or not benefit. But here's the one thing that we used to do. Now, if you have been a leasing agent before, or even in real estate, right? Even if you were in real estate, you have to know that there is house appraisals, there is property appraisals, and the higher the neighborhood prices are for the houses, then the higher you can sell the house for. And you can do a small improvement on it, and you can add a certain amount of money to the price, to the value of the house. Well, in the apartment community, we used to call the other competitors around us